Okay, hi everyone. Yeah, I want to talk about what we've been doing with NVIDIA and DDN around this big installation Paul talked about earlier, which is called Scaleway. I'm Martin. I'm the product manager for AI and data center solutions at PNY Technologies EMEA. So I know a little bit of NVIDIA, a little bit of networking, about DDN, but going after these three technical experts, it's hard. So if I say stupid things, please stop me, Paul. But yeah, so let's look at this journey. Um, okay, so yeah, maybe for those who don't know PNY, who we are. So we are a leading supplier in retail and IT components. We were created in '95 in the US, in New Jersey, and the EMEA subsidiary was created in '94 in France, in southwest of France, in Bordeaux. So we are specialized in USB, graphic cards. Of course, we embrace the NVIDIA journey with the GeForce, and then the Quadro, the Tesla, all the professional graphic cards, and then we follow the journey on AI with all the DGX compute servers. And of course, we work with the best partners. So we work a lot of with DDN on the storage for AI. So yeah, again, headquarters in New Jersey, EMEA office in France. So we have more than 30 sales office, and big office in Dubai, in Bordeaux, and New Jersey, and we are around 600 employees for $1 billion of turnover. So we really grew up in the NVIDIA environment with these strong islands we built end of the 90s, beginning of the 2000s. By again selling the GPUs for gaming and professional solutions, and then we went on all the DGX system universe, and we really grow with NVIDIA on the AI market. And of course, we don't talk just about compute. Like Mark said, there is all this ecosystem around with the software, the networking, and of course the storage. So a bit of Scaleway. So Scaleway is a French and European cloud service provider founded in '99. They serve they have more than 25,000 customers serving in 3 full regions. And they are part of the Iliad Group. If you don't know, Iliad Group is a big French telecom company owned by Xavier Niel, and Scaleway is a part of it. Maybe you know the telecom operator called Free in France. So they decided to go on the AI journey for generative AI, and they actually it happened very quickly. It was a year now, actually. It was in March 2023 when they selected the partners, of course, NVIDIA and DDN, and they took the decision of building this big data center for AI in less than a month. And then it took just a few months to build this cluster of more than 1,800 GPUs. So in total, in global, from the decision to make it to install it, it was less than 7 months. And Scaleway is going to use that for, of course, they are a cloud service provider, so they will rent the data center for customers. They will also do some they are also doing some in-house AI for the telecom operator like Free to do develop some chatbot for their customers. And were also this is really important because they were part of this AI Pulse conference in last November in Paris. AI Pulse is a big. They launched this big laboratory for AI with, of course, the investment of Iliad, but the investment of Eric Schmidt, ex-CEO of Google, the president of CMA CGM, a big shipping company. So they really wanted to have these European AI clusters and develop AI for France and for Europe. So with DGX SuperPOD, we saw a lot of interesting slides from Mark, obviously, but I want to say again, this is not just compute. NVIDIA data center platform is all the ecosystem around that. You have the NVIDIA switches, you have the DPUs, you have the DGX, the AGX, of course, the NVIDIA certified solution around that. TDN is a part of this certified solution for storage. And all above, all the acceleration libraries, all the application frameworks. You are not just buying a DGX, you are buying a full solution so that your data scientists can start building the AI very quickly. If you need, if you want to do some AI on the smart cities, you have the right framework. If you want to do on healthcare, you have the right framework. And this is NVIDIA and DDN. This is not just hardware, this is this whole ecosystem. So DGX H100 SuperPOD, so we are talking about Scaleway. It was a 127 DGX SuperPOD. So SuperPOD is starting from 1 SU of 31 DGX or half SU of 16 DGX. So we are talking about a 4 SUs SuperPOD. So you have the DGX H100, you have the PDUs, you have all the racking systems with all the switches, compute fabric, storage fabric, in-band, out-of-band management, etc., etc. And this is what we build with NVIDIA and DDN for Scaleway. Just to give an overview of this is just the compute connectivity part, but within the NVIDIA environment with the DGX and with the networking from NVIDIA. So Mellanox for former Mellanox, which is not now part of NVIDIA, working in a spine leaf environment. So we are talking about thousands and thousands of cables for Scaleway 127. We are talking, I think it was around 2,000 cables just for this data center. For the connectivity, working in InfiniBand, in NDR, so 800 gigabyte per second, very fast connection between the GPUs, between the DGX, also very fast connection with the DDN storage servers, working also in InfiniBand. So, like I said, DDN working also in the storage fabric in InfiniBand, but also connected to the management servers. In Ethernet. So why DDN storage? Well, I think Paul already introduced that, but again, I think this is really important because when we worked on this Scaleway project, of course, DDN was the right choice from Scaleway, and because DDN is really the AI data company. They like we said earlier, they build all this technology around the NVIDIA environment, so they are really fit to the NVIDIA DGX or the NVIDIA networking because of their unique technology, because of their expertise, and they focus on the strategic partners. So again, all the design on the DGX SuperPOD has been, DDN developed the servers around the NVIDIA design. So it gives a very, instead of having offerings from other competitors with external servers, external switches, etc., you have a full, complete solution dedicated to the NVIDIA DGX that delivers more than 50 times the performance per kilowatt. And if we have a look on what was done on Scaleway, we are talking about 30 systems of AI 400X2. I think it was around, if you calculate here, it was 2.2 petabyte usable storage, and enormous performance on reading and writing. If you see it, more than 2,700 gigabyte per second reading, almost 2,000 gigabyte per second in writing. So it was really fit to the use of the Scaleway application. Again, all the advantages of the DDN. So it's simplified, it's tested, it's validated. So you can fully trust when you install your DGX SuperPOD that you have the right solution for your data, to store your data. again, all the performances of the A400X2, but you saw these slides earlier with Paul. I wanted to show you that. So we talk about all the components, but you need to gather all these components. So a DGX SuperPOD, it's a certified infrastructure. You cannot build your clusters with DGX and call it a SuperPOD by assembling networking parts, storage parts, etc. It is a certified design by NVIDIA. And you have this full list of components. I wanted to show you the slides because you see this is not all the full bill of materials for the SuperPOD for Scaleway, but it's just an example of what we had on the compute fabric. Infinitely more than 1,500 transceivers, the double in cables, just for the compute fabric around the DGX. Same thing on the storage fabric, infinite transceivers, infinite cables. In management, the switches from NVIDIA as well, the Spectrum Ethernet switches, and all the storage bill of materials from DDN, not just the servers, the insights, the NFS storage, and all the connectivity around it. So building a SuperPOD is mastering all these components and this huge quantity of components. And this is where comes our expertise, we believe, at PNY, and this is why NVIDIA trusts us, I believe, and DDN trusts us as well. We developed this expertise over the years. We started distributing some GPUs, but in the last 10 years, we really specialized in building data center for AI. We have pre-sale support. We can do POC support in the factory in Bordeaux. We have a DGX, we have a DDN server, we have the switches. And we built these strong logistic and operation abilities. You have to ship thousands of components all over the world. If you're doing a data center in Saudi Arabia, you have to be able to ship all the components to Saudi Arabia. In some countries, you have you've heard of some licenses needed for giving away in some countries the H100 GPUs. You need to master that. And you need to be able to install it if you want to be a full part of the project. You need to develop a team that will do the installation, again, all over the world, from Iceland to Saudi Arabia. So this is what we did in the last years. So we are one of the few distributors in the world certified to sell the NVIDIA DGX SuperPOD. We have a full dedicated team to design, prepare the DGX, work on the bill of materials with NVIDIA. We are in full contact every day with NVIDIA and DDN to optimize the bill of materials, and then to do the installations. Just one thing I wanted to mention, of course, you have all these components. You are working on projects worth of millions of dollars. You have customers in Middle East, in Northern Europe, who want to develop the AI. Of course, they've heard of NVIDIA. They want the best solution. They want a SuperPOD. But time is money, and they want to develop the AI very fast before somebody else do it in their place. So you need to react fast, and this is the bet that we took in investing a lot in having some stock in our factory in Bordeaux, be able to have a full set of networking for 1, 2, 3 SuperPODs ready to ship. So it's $1 million of investment, but this is a key of success to be able to win the project. And again, we shipped all these products all over the world. So you need to have a full team dedicated to be able to install in a few months, in a few weeks, hundreds of DGX and thousands of cables. So this is one of our strengths. And by working with NVIDIA, we also developed these installation skills. So we are able to, all these cables that you see, you need to bundle it, you need to label it. It's hard to do it on site if you are in the middle of the desert. So we have this capacity to, working with NVIDIA, validate the bill of materials, change it even during the project. Once the site survey is done, once the dimensions of the data center is done, you say, okay, I had planned this type of cables, but in the end, I won't need these 20 meters cables. Maybe I need 10 5 meters cable and 2 3 meter cables. You need to adapt. And once we have validated that with NVIDIA, we are able to label it, bundle it, and ship it so that our installation guys, again, in the middle of Iceland or middle of Saudi Arabia, can install it in no time. So in the end, it gives this. For Scaleway, for example, all the DGX shipped to the data center in Paris. So 127 DGX H100. I think it's weight, each one is 120 kilos, so you need special tools to lift them and to rack them. This is what you see on these pictures, or the racking of the DGX H100s. You have all the cables and switches on the top of the images. So all the switches, I think we're talking about, I think maybe 50 or 60 switches on this project. So all in separate rack, all the DGX below. And again, final pictures of the data center. So this was, I think, Scaleway is one of the biggest in Europe right now. So it was done. The installation was finished end of last year in November. And it's funny because end of 2022 we were already working with NVIDIA on SuperPOD, but it was on the A100, and we had some good wins on SuperPOD of A100. We were talking about 20 DGX at that time, and we were really happy. And we worked with DDN, one for a big car manufacturer, one for a city in Saudi Arabia. And for us, it was enormous. And that was end of 22. And April 2023, we started working on the H100, and we were talking about hundreds of DGX H100. And by that time, we were wondering, okay, are everybody is going to switch to the H100 right away, or are we going to keep selling A100s? And immediately, from 3-4 months later, we built this project, and with this experience, we managed to do on many projects with DDN and NVIDIA in Iceland, in Spain, Saudi Arabia, because PNY, I mean, NVIDIA, of course, is the best product. DDN has for compute and for the whole AI ecosystem, and DDN has the best storage product for AI. And with PNY, we work with the best, and we master the shipping and the installation, and we are building more and more projects around AI. So yeah, that's it.